What up, what up, what up? I want to give you some tips and some tricks to keep you motivated as a new motorcycle rider, or even if you are a previous or a almost semi-retired motorcycle rider who hasn't gotten up in a while to get on the road. You just need that confidence to get back on the road. This is going to be for you too, so listen up. We're going to start off with number one, building confidence through training. A lot of us forget once we get our endorsement, once we've gotten our motorcycles, we've gotten some miles down. We maybe feel pretty confident, possibly. We still forget that advanced training, whether it be through the MSF course or just in general on your own time, we forget that it is very, very important. Not only for your livelihood, I'm guilty of this as well. Sometimes, more often than, well, I won't say more often than not, but sometimes you just got to get out there and say, you know what, instead of just going on the same route today, or instead of just going on a mindless ride today and just clear my mind, what I want to do is go to an empty parking lot, like from IKEA or something, find an empty parking lot and take some cones. That would be ideal. Or just use the parking lot lines and practice working on your maneuvering, your ability to control the bike at low speeds with turns and things of that nature. These are things that are the low speed crashes are probably the most prevalent in motorcycling, honestly. And I'm not saying motorcycle deaths. I'm talking about just accidents. Most accidents occur at like less than 30 miles an hour. So learning how to control your motorcycle better is going to help you, all right? Number two, set small goals, man. Set very small goals. Maybe you're brand new and you want to get your confidence up. You got to set small goals. Maybe attend a few local meets that you may have in your area. That would definitely help. As a new person, you do want to meet new people. So set some goals. Like I said, get out to your local meet. Don't be so introverted because, again, sometimes we tend to glorify motorcycle riding. We look at social media and see how fun it is or how fun it could be, but then we get the motorcycle and we're like, damn, I don't even talk to anybody. I don't even like you. So you start to realize, damn, this might not be for me. So definitely set small goals like that. Head out to your local meets and meet new people, man. Try to set a goal to do this at least once a month, if possible. At least once a month to get out there. Number three, just connecting with the rider community. It doesn't have to just be trying to go find a regular meet. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just ride around and just try to find stuff. What I'm saying is that you connect with the rider community. Get on Facebook, get on Instagram, find these local groups that are in your area that do riding, right? You want to not only connect with them, but you want to also plan your rides. These are things that you can do on an online forum. So for example, I have a big group here in San Antonio and it's called 210 on Twos. All of the meets, all of the things that you can think of motorcycle related in this city is discussed on that forum. And so if I didn't have that, and when I didn't have that, I was completely solo. I was completely lost. I didn't know what was going on. I was just me and my bike. So get out there. Get on Facebook, try to find these groups. It's going to save you some sanity, and it's also going to encourage you, you know what I'm saying? So to be out there. Plan some exciting rides. That's the next thing that I would suggest. Plan exciting rides. I'm talking about search your area in your free time. Get online and say, damn, like, I want to take some really cool pictures. Do I have any like urban like areas, maybe downtown, midtown in my area that has like, a lot of cool graffiti artwork that I take my bike to, maybe get some really cool B-roll shots and pictures for Instagram or, whatever, YouTube or whatnot. Maybe even going on a ride up to a canyon or, just a back road country ride or something like that. We're going to get ready to go soon, Bean, after I do this video, or something like that. You gotta plan something every once in a while. Go do some twisties. Go do these things. Like I said, you have to. Riding isn't always about the spur of the moment. I have a feeling, let me go get out on the road, like just sporadic. Sometimes it is like that, where you just have a feeling, you're like, I just want to get out on the road. But we forget to plan. sometimes as well. So get out there and make sure that you plan some things. This is also going to help you if you are on a forum and you're connected with other riders, because again, other people are doing the same thing. And so people will suggest things, they will suggest rides, they'll put out planned rides. These are all things that you can look up ahead of time, and you can set your own schedule to make sure that you can make those functions. The next thing, make sure you're on the right bike. Do you have the right bike? Did you purchase the right bike? One of the biggest, I'm talking about biggest elephants in the room when it comes to staying motivated as a new rider, or even getting back on the road as a former rider, is, do you have the right type of bike? A lot of us will go out, like I said, we glorify motorcycle riding because we watch social media, and you've seen so many people on that Yamaha R6 that you just know that is the bike to have. You went and bought it, you sat on it, you didn't even care how uncomfortable it was because you got the R6, and that's all that mattered. And then you start to realize, damn, this bike is uncomfortable, or it just doesn't meet your expectations. And that is a huge concern, because that is going to be a big factor in motivating you to actually get out on two wheels. Because if you don't like your bike, you're not comfortable on your bike, you realize that you probably bought the wrong bike, because your riding style doesn't match the riding style that you've been glorifying on social media. You know, you've been watching super sport bikes and people doing wheelies and all these crazy things, but deep down inside, you haven't realized that you're an ADV guy. You're an adventure bike guy, right? You're a cruiser guy. You really have to step away and learn and try to figure out what you want, and not let social media kind of like guide you into the unknown. You don't want to find yourself in this situation. A lot of people find themselves in this situation and they're stuck with a bike note. Now they're trying to scramble and figure out how to sell their bike because they just don't want to ride no more. They're done with insurance. They're done with all this stuff, man. So make sure you get the right bike. Another tip, focus on fun. Focus on having fun. If you're a motovlogger, focus on having fun first. Sometimes we get caught up in the content, right? We get caught up in the content. Look, sometimes you just gotta go out for a ride, man. Be spontaneous sometimes. Again, take your bike on a short commute. If you're going to the gym, instead of using your car and it's a nice day, take your bike. You're going to the corner store, take your bike and a backpack. You want to go get coffee, take your bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that you can do to gradually incorporate motorcycle riding, the lifestyle, into your regular lifestyle. We kind of tend to forget about that, and then most times we find our bikes sitting in the garage or in storage because we haven't really introduced motorcycle riding into our own lifestyle. So these are things that can help you do those, right? I would say that after about a year of riding, if you incorporate these things, you will remain very, very motivated and inclined to stay on two wheels. You just have to find your own groove, your own riding style, and then try to incorporate like-minded people. Once you do this, you're gonna have a recipe for success, and it's gonna help build your confidence. So take what I said with a grain of salt, but also really, really consider what I'm talking about. Again, I've been riding since 2004. I know that the years of riding don't always match up with the amount of miles or the amount of time you have riding, because you can be riding for, like, have your endorsement for 5 years, but out of those 5 years, you only had a bike for maybe a year and a half, right? So essentially, if you're getting back on two, you're essentially starting over. If you do have gaps in your riding history, then, you know, you are starting over. Just depends on how long your gap is. For me, when I got back on the Gixxer, it wasn't a very long gap at all, because I literally owned my Harley and I owned my Can-Am Ryker at the same time. So I didn't really have a gap. So, and yet I'm still very cautious on it, right? Because it is a very powerful bike. So again, take it with a grain of salt, apply these rules, and you will see that it keeps you motivated. Catch you in the next video. Peace.